Alright, hey guys, it's me, MarkerFan101, and welcome to what is a different type of video. So, as you guys all know, I'm a massive Mario fan, and 3 days ago, at the time I'm recording this, the Super Mario Bros. Movie just came out, and I feel like I need to sit down and talk about how I feel about the movie. So just straight from the get-go, I couldn't have asked for anything more perfect than a Mario movie. The whole entire time, I had a smile on my face, and I'm not even gonna lie, towards the end, I was almost crying tears of joy. I'm gonna divide us into sections. So we have the actors, characters, the story/plot, music, Easter eggs, and the ending. Just so you guys know, there is a few spoilers in this video, so if you don't want to be spoiled, then you've been warned. I don't think there was a single bad actor in this movie. I feel like everybody fit the role of their character perfectly, even including the controversial Chris Pratt.
It's a me.
You know, when the first trailer first came out back in like October of last year, a lot of people, including myself, were kind of skeptical about Chris Pratt. As more of the trailers came out, and now after seeing the movie, I'm actually pretty happy that he had his role as Mario. I think everybody would have rathered hearing just a regular, normal voice than him trying to do a whole Italian accent the whole movie. And Jack Black, bro. There is no other person I could have pictured playing Bowser except Jack Black.
Now who's gonna fuck me?
A lot of people are talking about Seth Rogen and Donkey Kong, but I think Seth Rogen actually fit EK perfectly. I'm not gonna lie. What was the voice actor Princess Peach? I forget. Hold on. Anya Taylor-Joy. She was a very good Princess Peach. I think she fit the role good. Keegan-Michael Key. I think he was great for Toad. Kind of like with the same with Mario. I'm kind of happy Toad didn't have this whole scratchy, squeaky voice the whole movie. I can't forget about Charles Martinet, the Charles Martinet cameo. But literally right at the beginning of the movie, after they're done watching their advertisement they made, there's this guy who's dressed up as Jumpman, like the original Mario, and he's voiced by Charles Martinet. But yeah, I think all the actors fit their roles perfectly. I watched Moist Critical's review of the movie, and I kind of agree with them on this. I'm happy they didn't take time to kind of flesh out the characters, if you know what I'm saying. Like, they didn't really have any interactions between each other, so then you're like they feel sympathy for each other or anything. Because it's just Mario. I mean, like, if you've played the games before, you should know, like, how they are already. And, like, there's this one scene in the movie where it looked like there was gonna be, like, a heart-to-heart thing between Donkey Kong and Mario. Donkey Kong thought his dad was gonna be mad or upset about him because Mario beat him in a fight, and then Mario's like, yeah, well, my dad thinks I'm kind of a failure too. And DK just goes, well, your father's right. And I'm kind of happy that happened, because I genuinely don't think that movie needed any, like, reason to stretch the movie out to kind of make more sense of the characters. On top of the characters, I feel like there could have been more characters, in my opinion. I know a lot of people wanted Yoshi, and he only showed up in, like, for 3 seconds in the movie, but there is a post-credit scene of the movie, and it teases a little Yoshi egg, and it's hatching open, so there might be a second one with some Yoshi, maybe, I don't know. Honestly, the characters looked great, man. Like, they didn't look too cartoony, but you could tell it was like the whole Illumination art style. Obviously, they did a great job with all the characters, man. And the animation too, they did not hold back with the animation. It was just crisp, clean, the entire movie. All the Bowser minions looked fantastic. I was getting super excited right when Luigi landed in the Darklands and all the dry bones were coming out of the ground. That was super sick. And then when he gets into the castle, all the Shy Guys pop up out of nowhere, and they get him in a hot air balloon to go to Bowser's castle. That was really sick. There really wasn't much screen time for the Goombas at all. I feel like you kind of see them in like the first half hour of the movie, and then you don't really see them again. The one scene where they're on Rainbow Road and the one Koopa turns into a blue shell, that was sick. By the way, if you're hesitant on this movie, just considering the Rotten Tomato reviews, please don't listen to the Rotten Tomato views. Genuinely don't think they saw the same movie that we all saw, because let me check the Rotten Tomato score real quick. All right, let's read some of these reviews over here on Rotten Tomatoes, shall we? Super Mario Bros. Movie, 56%. Yeah, like, look at the difference in the score, man. 56 from the, like, actual movie critics, and then the audience, 96%. This is just a great example of why you don't listen to the professionals. Critic reviews for the Super Mario movie. What it seems to have forgotten is like creating an engaging story. It's bland, uninteresting, and cobbled together. I completely disagree. While the story is very basic, you know, if you played Mario before, you know how it's Peach gets captured, but the thing with this movie is that Mario and Luigi get split up. So Mario ends up going to the Mushroom Kingdom, and Luigi goes to the Darklands, and Mario meets up with Peach to try and get his brother back. It was kind of a weird premise that they had Luigi as the damsel in distress rather than Princess Peach. And honestly, I kind of wish it was the other way in a sense, because I think Charles Day actually killed it as Luigi, in my opinion. Like, they made Luigi simply perfect. Like, you know, the all scared personality that he had in the first place, and like that he does in the games. And even Charles Day wants a Luigi's Mansion movie now, and I would watch that instantly. Any Mario movie or any Nintendo movie from now on on, I think I would watch. Kids may have the time of their lives watching the Super Mario Bros. Movie, but for most adults, this is game over.
That was the dumbest shit I heard all day.
I was first introduced to Mario when I was 4 years old, and in 8 days, I'm going to be 17 years old. I'm almost an adult, and I can proudly say that this movie sparked my inner childhood entirely. I felt like a kid again. Found myself wanting more, as if I was only getting part of the experience, but the Super Mario Bros. Movie is not intended to work in the same way that the conventional films do. It's not about cinematic enjoyment, it's about expanding a brand.
Excuse me, what the actual fuck?
The whole point of this movie was to put Mario on the big screen, not to have this whole big drawn out story. It was simply putting the games into a movie perspective, and they nailed it. And a lot of people talk about that was the pacing. I actually thought the pacing wasn't bad at all. I'm happy there wasn't any like filler moments with like the characters just kind of talking as they're like trying to go to the Kong's forest. Basically, it was like cut between Mario, Peach, then it would go to like Bowser, and then it would go to Luigi, and back and forth throughout like a good majority of the movie, and I was fine with that. It actually kept the pace going, in my opinion. Mario's animated movie debut is too safe and passive, more content with referencing its source material than playing with it. I think any sane person would rather that. Look at the Halo show, okay? The Halo show branched out entirely. They went completely off grid from the regular format. They weren't using, there was like no references. They were doing random bullshit. They unmasked Chief in the first episode. They had these weird characters that nobody asked for or nobody liked. And the Halo show completely flopped because of this, because they didn't stick with the traditional formula. Then you got The Last of Us that I watched. I haven't played The Last of Us, but I watched that whole series, and then I've watched people like compare game to the show, and everybody says it's balls on accurate. I think it's great that Mario played it safe. Now, it would have been cool if they, you know, had the whole Spider-Man, Spider-Verse art style and like the Puss in Boots kinda. Yes, but I think this movie, it was a great foundation for what could possibly still come from Mario movies. Nostalgia might be the only thing that warps you through this one-dimensional adaptation. Though peppered, candy-coated visual and chock full of Easter eggs for hardcore Nintendo fans, the story or lack thereof leaves one wanting a power-up. These people have no clue what they're talking about. I can't believe this one. I went and saw this with a few of my friends, and the theater was pretty packed, and most of them were adults. I really only saw like maybe 2 or 3 kids. Like there was a bunch of teenagers my age and then adults. Yeah, so I'm done reading these Rotten Tomato reviews, but long story short, do not listen to these critics. I think Mario movie is just as good as both of the first 2 Sonic movies. They never took the time to redo Sonic's style that he had when they first announced the movie. I think the movies would have flopped entirely. And while the movie is a little shorter, it's only an hour and a half long, but I feel like most Illumination movies are already like an hour and a half long. I want to talk about the music now. The music was phenomenal. I mean, this movie already was phenomenal, but the music was even better. Do I even have to say what the best song in that movie was? Like, come on, man. It can't be that good. Peaches by Jack Black. It's like when you go to McDonald's and you order something and they give you the wrong order, but it's better than what you ordered originally. I guess that's the way you can describe Peaches by Jack Black. I know I mentioned this with the characters already, but Jack Black is the perfect Bowser. You could tell he just absolutely adored it. Even to like the opening night of the Mario movie, he had the costume, and when he was on, yeah, Jimmy Kimmel Live, that's what it is. But the whole main crew went to Jimmy Kimmel Live, and Jack Black literally dressed up as Bowser for it. Like, you could tell he absolutely loved it, man. He did. And the fact that they took all the classic songs and just remastered them entirely, like in the first opening bit of the movie when Bowser's about ready to burn down the ice castle and he's dropping the wrecking balls for the anchors and it plays the Bowser theme. I might even have the music in the background because it's on Spotify right now. The end, when they get the star power up, the star power theme was, well, that was when I almost shed a tear, man. Because literally my childhood led to this movie. I've been with Mario for 13 years and I have watched him grow up into what he is now, and he also saw me grow up into what I am now. Dare I say, Super Mario is my childhood video game hero. I'm not even gonna dare say it. Mario is my childhood gaming hero. If you're a diehard Nintendo fan like I am, you're gonna notice every little Easter egg they had. Literally in one of the final scenes of the movie, Mario and Luigi grab Bowser's tail and start spinning him like Mario 64, and all of a sudden I just go, he did the thing! Like, I was pointing out every little nook and cranny. Right when Mario gets to the Mushroom Kingdom, there's I forget what it's called from Mario Odyssey, but it's the little shops where you buy the clothes, and there was that little stand. It had a reference to, like, the infinite one-up glitch where you bounce the Koopa shell back and forth. So King Bob-omb sits down at the wedding, and he hits the Koopa shell, and it's bouncing back and forth between him and like, the armrests of the bench, and I thought that was super sick. Right when they were in Brooklyn, before they went to the Mushroom Kingdom, one of the shops was actually based around Duck Hunt. In the beginning beginning of the movie when they're at the restaurant, it's actually called Punch Out Pizza, which is a direct reference to Punch Out with like Lil Mac. And when they're building their carts too after they won the Kong Army, and it plays the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe like menu theme when you're picking your character. And when Mario sprints, sometimes puts his arms out like that when how he does in like most of Mario Bros 2, I think it was. If you've just played Mario a lot, you will notice every little reference. The ending was not what I was expecting at all. I'm gonna try and keep this as spoiler free as possible, but they fight back in Brooklyn, and the two of them get the star, and they just start kicking everybody's ass with the star theme, the remastered star theme playing all over it. It was great, man. And the way they kind of defeat Bowser was kind of funny, I thought. Overall, if you are a very big Mario fan, you are absolutely gonna love this movie. I loved it, and dare I say it is one of the, if not the best movie I have ever watched, period. I know a lot of people may say different about this, but I have to rank this movie a 10 out of 10. It was literally anything I could have asked for. But let me know what you guys thought of this video. All right, and now this is a little bit of a different video, but if any more movies come out, actually, now that I think about it, Five Nights at Freddy's movie's coming out this year in October, so maybe I'll make a review video then if this one does good. And also, there's going to be a second upload this week. I don't know when this video is coming out, but the next video will come out on Saturday instead. I wanted to get this video out as early as possible. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on Saturday, all right? There it is.